New question, the member from Etobicoke-Lakeshore.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Transportation. Speaker, as a former City Councillor, I know how important it is to have strong partnerships between municipal governments and provincial and federal levels. One of the main reasons I ran as an MPP under the leadership of Premier Wynne is because I saw firsthand how committed this government is to investing in municipalities, including my own, of Toronto. Speaker, our government has always and continues to be a strong partner, and in fact, the strongest partner for the City of Toronto on many fronts, but especially when it comes to transit. That's why yesterday I was proud to join the Minister of Transportation at City Hall to talk about that. Could the Minister please provide members of the House with more information on how we're investing in Toronto transit?
Thank you. Minister of Transportation.
Thanks very much, Speaker. Of course, I want to begin by thanking the member from Etobicoke-Lakeshore for his advocacy for his community and for the entire City of Toronto, Speaker. This member has been working hard for a number of years. We know the Speaker both as a municipal councillor and as the MPP for Etobicoke-Lakeshore. And just last month, I was delighted to be with that member to provide an update on the Kipling Mobility Hub, Speaker, a critical project that he has long been advocating for, both at his time here and his time at City Council. Speaker, our government has proven time and time again that we are fundamentally committed to investing in transit and transportation projects across Ontario and here in Toronto. That's why our government is already contributing over to 70% of the funding for Toronto transit projects. This includes projects like the Eglinton Crosstown and Finch West LRTs, the Union Pearson Express and GO Regional Express Rail. Investments that have already been completed, are under construction, or will soon start construction. Speaker, these are not investments of the distant past and even recent past. We are and we will continue to be a strong partner for Toronto, and our record demonstrates that.
Supplementary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the Minister for that answer. I was very pleased to welcome the Minister to Etobicoke-Lakeshore last month to discuss the Kipling Mobility Hub, which will help to transform the Etobicoke City Centre. Mr. Speaker, having served as both a councillor and now as an MPP for the Great Riding of Etobicoke-Lakeshore, I know that the transit projects we're investing in, often as the sole capital funders, are transforming communities across the city. But, Speaker, there's been a lot of misinformation being reported about our commitment to the city's transit, both for today's needs and tomorrow, particularly in regards to funding projects like the new downtown relief line. Last week, the Minister of Finance revealed our 2017 budget, which contains some important updates on infrastructure investments. Speaker, would the Minister please provide the members of the House with more information on the commitment we announced in Budget 2017 and what we're going to do to advance future transit projects?
Sir, Transportation.
Thanks very much, Speaker. I thank the member for the follow-up. Not only was Budget 17 balanced, it also contained $30 billion worth of new infrastructure funding for projects across Ontario, including Toronto. This is on top of the over $12 billion that we have already invested in Toronto Transit alone. Speaker, we've already provided critical planning money for projects like the Relief Line and the Yonge North Subway Extension. These are projects which our other partners, Speaker, have not yet allocated capital funding for. Speaker, when the member from Etobicoke-Lakeshore and I were at City Hall yesterday to clear up some of this misinformation about our commitment to Toronto, one thing became abundantly clear to me. Number one, Speaker, the Leader of the official opposition and the PC party still do not have a plan to invest in transit in Toronto, let alone across the province, Speaker. The PCs can keep holding press conferences. We'll continue to deliver on transit that the people of Toronto, the region, and this province desperately need.